Surprise that combines creativity with cooking. It's an adorable cupcake bouquet.
This is a strawberry and cream creation. It is the work of Wendy Paul, author of 101 gourmet cupcakes, and she whipped up this recipe exclusively for us here at Studio 5.
You're darn right I did.
You're darn right. Well said. You know what I like about this? I walked in the studio and instantly I said, that is so happy. It's a Valentine project, but it has that spring feel with all the bright colors.
It does. I really wanted to incorporate spring. I love spring. I'm tired of winter. I want to move right through Valentine's Day, and let's celebrate some love.
I asked myself this weekend, can I pack away the sweaters yet? The answer was no, but this is a way to jumpstart spring.
It is, absolutely. So what I brought today was my interpretation of a love bouquet, but it's edible. It's got great cupcakes inside.
See, that's my interpretation too. Anything that's edible, I'm all for that.
And if you don't want to give it away, you could make it and keep it for yourself.
What do we need to get started?
Okay, well, first off, you're going to need a recipe for cupcakes, strawberries and cream. Even the pink lemonade would work. I liked the pink because it kind of brings together the colors I chose. Okay. Then you're going to need a container.
Is that just the stuff here?
Yes.
The ingredients are right here. Just regular cake mix. I throw it in with a couple other things to make the recipe.
You added some extras, those strawberries that you put into the batter?
Yes. Yes, so there's actually strawberries baked inside. Ooh. It's delicious. You might have to taste one at the end after we assemble it.
You might have to? What are you talking about?
Okay, you will have to.
Yeah, there you go.
So what you need is a container, and then I chose just some bricks that I had lying around my house to weigh it down, because if you start taking cupcakes away, you do not want it to fall over or topple over. So yours are already done. You just put the bricks inside.
And the way we decorate cupcakes around here, the amount of frosting we use, you're going to need some bottom heavies.
You are going to need some bottom heavies, because the cupcakes do get heavier the more frosting you put on, and you really shouldn't put too much on or else it can fall over, and you're going to lose your cupcake. And then, of course, floral foam. So that's really how you get started on the base. I'm just going to squish this down a little bit. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to start to assemble. You guys are going to be creative today, and just start piecing it together.
There is no debate about it.
So we just stick these sticks in here?
Stick them in. I gave you 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, so you can kind of, you know, work it the way you want.
Different heights, you mean?
Different heights.
How far apart do you put them? Is there
well, you're going to want to kind of guesstimate the size of the cupcake, separate, and then you can fill in with flowers, or you can do the flowers first and fill in with the cupcakes, whatever your heart desires.
Do you normally stick this, because we're going to stick cupcakes on these, do you stick all the sticks in that you want to first and then add the cupcakes, or do you do the cupcakes as you go?
I kind of do a little at a time. Do the cupcakes and then do some flowers, and then do a little more cupcakes and then flowers. And you're going to want to stick these in as far as you can go. Yes. Ooh. There you go. And the holes are already in the bottom of the cupcakes. That's another thing. You want to take a little knife and just place a little hole at the bottom. It also helps if the cupcakes have been frozen or refrigerated.
I was going to say, how do you keep the dowel from going through?
Well, the flowers, kind of help hold it. So maybe build with the flowers as you go, because you're going to want a little bit of both. Okay. So, whoops.
And you know, if you don't, flowers. These are artificial flowers.
They are. They're artificial flowers, and I found these at, can I say, Hobby Lobby?
Please, yeah.
And they are wonderful, and they actually look and feel like real flowers, and that's what I liked about them.
So you're right. The flowers do help support.
The flowers kind of help support. You're going to maybe even want the sticks to be a little bit lower, so the base is at.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No. What was that again? So the sticks are going to be lower. The cupcakes are going to be lower than the flowers?
Yeah, a little bit lower than the flowers, and that kind of helps. That's why I gave you some smaller sticks, too. So you just kind of work around through here. See, this is really a lot of fun. I love things like this, where you can be creative and build something that looks beautiful.
And that good tip again, if the cupcakes are frozen, they're a little...
Yes, it is a little bit easier to play with and work together.
Okay.
I'm just telling you right now, mine's not going to be as beautiful as yours. Mine's looking a little hazard here.
You know what? That's okay. It's called trial and error. And if you don't like where you put it, you can take out the stick and start over.
She's changed her tune. At first, it was you must be creative, and now it's just like, Darren,
just do your best.
Okay.
That's all we're asking.
We've gone from be creative to do your best.
Yes.
Anything will be fine.
Anything will be fine. So do you see how it's coming together?
Yes. Yours a lot more quickly than ours.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to do it the first time, I have to say. I did start over.
Now, the challenge of this project would be to not eat the materials before you get the project actually completed?
Yes, and I gave you extra cupcakes in case that happened. I think it looks good when you have just about 12 cupcakes in a bouquet, just about a dozen. And you can do minis and large. You can even do the extra large cupcakes. That's really fun. You just might need 2 skewers to hold it rather than just 1.
Okay, you told us about the cupcake, the actual batter recipe you used. What did you use for frosting?
The frosting is a vanilla buttercream frosting, and I just tinted it pink, and white, just kind of the colors of the cupcake. I thought about doing green, but I didn't do that. I just wanted to accentuate the colors of the flowers that I chose.
You have some wire cutters over there, don't you?
I do.
Okay, because some of these you might have to trim down a little bit, is that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You're welcome to trim down however you want. You know?
Perfect. And as you're going, it's probably best, as we're learning, to do cupcakes and flowers, kind of mix them together as you go.
Mix them together as you go, and then you can kind of build your art piece.
I think it'd be easier to stick the flowers in first, because my cupcakes are sort of fragile on the sticks. And so I think it'd be better to stick the flowers in first and then add the fragile cupcakes on top of that.
You certainly could.
Okay,
And these were frozen.
I'm glad I gave you permission.
These were frozen a few minutes ago, so.
All right,
Yeah, but this is what it looks like.
It's looking good. You fill it in and you have a beautiful...
Fill it in, you've got a beautiful cupcake bouquet ready to give your Valentine.
Edible centerpiece. Wendy, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Fun ideas. Of course, there are plenty of other fun ideas in Wendy's book, 101 Gourmet Cupcakes. It's a fabulous recipe book to have on hand, and the recipe instructions for the Valentine Cupcake Bouquet available on our website, studio5.ksl.com.
Yeah, I'm still